CBS canceled The Late Show with Stephen Colbert after 10 years on air. Colbert told the audience himself, "I'm not being replaced. This is all just going away." He was so funny when he did the Colbert Report.
I know.
And he was like a parody of a right-wing person. And then he became himself and wanted to be a pundit or whatever. And he lost all the funny and just became scoldy. And now the left is running around calling this fascism because Donald Trump. I do love the irony that the thing that really cost the left wing their entire audience was Trump is Hitler. And now they're like, you know what's going to solve this problem? If we call Trump Hitler.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Do you know why we got fired? It's because Trump is literally Hitler. And everyone's like, even if this was politically motivated and he was using the FCC to do his bidding, which is dubious, and it was sketchy, no one would believe you because you've been calling Trump Hitler for like a decade now. First, they came for Colbert, and I didn't care. Because my show doesn't lose $40 million a year. $40 million. All of these people are overpaid, okay? No one talking for a living should make that much money ever. I'm sorry. Other than me.
Obviously.
Obviously, I should be making well over $60 million a year. Colbert got paid $15 million a year. That was his salary, 15 to 20. And the left is calling it Trump-led government tyranny. That doesn't play with Americans, guys. You're like, this is censorship. This man who has a mansion and makes $20 million a year and lost $40 million somehow. This is absolutely censorship. Late night used to be a palate cleanser from the barbarity of the news. And now it's just like Colbert and all of these scolds they ruined it. They ruined late night. Carson knew that this was just an entertaining thing that folks got to do before they went to bed after their long day and then listening to the news. Truly the thing that kind of killed it before anything was a 24-hour news cycle, if you really think about it. Because you can just now binge on the horrors of the world all day long. And that's why people like memes and short content, because you have to, and they're so connected because you've got to take them both in so that you don't go crazy. And this show is representative of that. And it is funny. These shows spawned people like me and everybody. They all of us are heirs to the Jon Stewart throne. As I was saying on Twitter, late night is the payphone of modern entertainment. And honestly, it's shocking to me that it's lasted this long. And it's only because it is some relic of a bygone era when people could only watch one or two news shows and then they would be like, oh no, Vietnam or whatever. And then they'd tune into Johnny Carson.
Here's Johnny.
And then he'd be like, yeah, da, 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 da. And they'd be like, everything's fine. And then they go to bed. I can't imagine the delusional bubble that one lives in, that one would have to live in order to think that they're going to be able to convince the rest of America, the normies of America, that firing Colbert, who did the vaccine jingles and made $20 million a year and lost 40 is fascism. Like, Colbert getting fired isn't fascism to an America that's been kicked off Facebook, censored, shadow banned, had their YouTube channels demonetizing for daring to say something that ended up not being a conspiracy theory, for being debanked on the extreme end. If you think you're suddenly going to convince these people that now this is the danger, you are a crazy person. You're completely out of touch with regular Americans' experience. And we all know this. And now you're only proving it even more, that you are completely out of touch with an average American experience of the media. All these other people who have been canceled, they have nothing. Like, nothing. I'm not like some huge Milo fan, but even Milo, when they were like debanking him and taking away his ability to take an Uber, it's like veering into social credit. This is all really bad. They did this up in Canada. We covered this with the truckers. They froze their bank accounts. People who even donated to the truckers who were protesting, which is fascism and crazy. So the left has done a lot more fascistic stuff when it comes to censoring. And the absolute gall and audacity of these lunatics to be talking about self-censorship and censoring after the decade that most Americans have lived through is frankly more funny than anything Colbert has ever said.